Today I want to talk about how much it costs to own a horse and ways to make it cheaper because owning a horse is very expensive. So first I wanted to talk about how you're going to get a horse. So there's multiple ways that you can do this. Rescues, shelters, you can go online, certain websites, sellers. There's many different ways you can get a horse. So my horses were both rescues, Classy and Flicka. They were actually $1 each for legal purposes. The reason why they were only $1 is they were sitting and somebody needed to get rid of them. They needed a home quickly and fast. Usually a horse is going to be pretty pricey. It depends where you get them from and how experienced you want your horse to be. Before you get a horse, you're going to want a place for them to stay. Boarding can range a lot. It depends where you live. It depends if you want full care, part-time care, or fully yourself. I board at somebody's house that I know, and we are very lucky to be able to board for free. But it really depends on your situation, where you live. There's so many factors that go into it, but you are going to want a space for your horse. Next thing that you're going to need is a trailer. So you yourself should either have a trailer or your trainer or your barn or at least somebody that you know that you can get to closely, because if there's an emergency, you need to be able to get your horse out of there. Trailers can range thousands of dollars. They usually from $3,000 to even upwards of $20,000. Depends on your trailer. My trailer was $1,000. I paid for it myself. I got it from somebody I knew. If you're looking for a cheaper alternative, I suggest looking for used trailers, but as long as they are up to date on everything and safety standards. They are pretty much all the same. It depends if you want to be able to have living space in your trailer, or mine is just a simple 2-horse. What are you going to pull your trailer with? You don't always need a truck 100% of the time. You can have a friend who has a truck, a trainer, or you just need something that's able to tow. Some other vehicles can tow trailers, especially if it's just a 1 or 2-horse. And different sizes of trailers, obviously you're going to need a car that can carry that weight because horses are very heavy, right? They're around 1,000 pounds upwards. So it's very important that you have something that can appropriately pull your trailer. The next thing is feed. Feed is going to cost different where you live. So for me, I live in California and hay is really expensive right now. Each bale is around $38. I know if you're in Arizona, it can be as little as $8. Northern California, $18 a bale. So it really depends on where you live. But mine are $38 a bale right now, and a horse goes through about 1 bale a week. So it's important that you have enough money to supply them with hay, because the horse's initial cost is nowhere near how much it's going to be to take care of them. We also have grain. It depends on your horse what they need. My bags cost around, again, in California, everything is super expensive right now. My grain bags cost around $24 for the senior feed. For the beet pulp, it's around $18. Same with alfalfa pellets. They go through about a bag a month for everything. And so it really just depends on what your horse is on. Some horses, grain can range a lot. I've heard bags up to 38, which is crazy. Sometimes it can be as little as 10. So it really just depends on what grain you're feeding. The next thing you're going to need is cleaning. Your horses are going to need to be cleaned out, obviously. So it depends where you are. Some places, if you board full care, you don't even have to worry about this. Somebody will come clean your stalls every day and throw it all away for you because that's part of your cost. If you're doing it on your own, you're going to need a poop bucket, a poop rake, and a trash can or dumpster. And this is going to need to be there all the time because you're cleaning all the time, every day. Horses poop so much, about 10 to 15 times a day. People don't realize how much they poop until they get one, so it's important that you know what you're getting into. So I use 2 trash cans for 2 horses per week. That's how much poop and pee and everything that I'm cleaning up. Obviously, your horse is going to need to have their shots up to date and their feet done. Shoeing varies on your horse and what farrier you have. My horses, for both, it costs $275 every 6 weeks, because Flicka has navicular, which I talked about in another video. She gets special round shoes and pads, which cost a little bit extra. But Classy gets just regular front shoes. And for those, every 6 weeks, $275, like I was saying, but it really varies on your horse, what they need, and your farrier. Also, vet work. So once a year, your horse needs their teeth floated because they need them shaved down. She doesn't like me touching her face. And they need their shots up to date. And emergency vet visits are a really big deal. You don't understand how often horses hurt themselves. Flicka just last year got a cut above her eye by hitting her head on the wall because she's so smart. And had to get stitches, which cost almost $1,000. Vets can be very expensive. It depends what vet you have and where you live. Classy just recently got an injury on her front legs where she almost skinned her front legs. That cost us about $400 for the medication, the vet to come out, and all the stuff that she needed. Emergency vet visits happen a lot. You should probably have a fund saved for your horse for emergencies, just like you would yourself, because it happens a lot more than you would think. The next thing I want to talk about is a tractor and an arena drag. So it really depends on where you are. Honestly, if you have it at home or your self-care, you might want a tractor and a drag. If you're boarding, they will probably have a tractor and a drag that comes around and does the arenas. But for me, I have this tractor, which my grandpa actually gave to us. But tractors, it really ranges on how much they are. If you want a smaller tractor or a bigger tractor. If you're just dragging an arena, I'd get a smaller tractor or a golf cart. A lot of people use golf carts to drag arenas. Really just depends on what you need and what's useful for you. So the next thing I want to talk about is buying things used and on discount websites. I bought this pad for $40 on Chick's Discount Saddlery. I'd really recommend this website. It sells things for very cheap. I went into Dover last week to try to pick up a show pad, and they were $110 there. I'm like, no way I'm spending that much on a piece of cloth. So I looked online, found this one for $40, bought it, and it fits my horse and it's super nice. Also, I bought my saddle used for around $200. They are so expensive brand new, and they're literally the same thing. As long as it's a nice saddle, go look at it, make sure it fits your horse. Then why are you paying 4 times the price, So I recommend buying things used. It'll save you a lot of money, and discount websites. So the next thing I want to talk about is making things yourself. I made this saddle stand out of wood. It cost me around $10, probably $15 to make. They range from about $50 to $100. So if you're willing to put time into some projects, it will really save you a lot of money down the road. I've also made jump stands. Those cost me around $20 to make. Again, they can be $50 to $100. I make gates, which retail from like $30 to $50, which costs me $5 to make each. So if you're willing to learn a new skill and put time into that, then it'll save you a ton of money down the road. I can make some videos on how to make those things if you guys would like, but making things yourself will save you a ton of money. But now I'm going to talk about how much it costs me a month. Keep in mind, my boarding is free, my trailer is paid, my horses are paid. So my costs are going to be a little bit down than what yours would be. Also, it ranges a ton. So what my costs are probably not going to be what your costs are. So if you want to show your horses, it's going to cost you more. It costs me $200 a month to show because I just do one show a month. It really depends where you're showing. I'm at local shows. If you're going to bigger shows, super expensive, not even in my ballpark, okay? Go watch somebody else about that. But local shows cost me about $200 per show, and I just go once a month. So if you're showing, your cost is definitely going to go up a lot. Grain for a month is about $60. Hay for a month is about $280. Shoeing per month is about $275. So my total cost is $650 a month, but with showing it's $850. So I spend about $850 a month on my horses. And that's not including emergency vet bills or anything that could go wrong, because that adds a lot of cost and it ranges a ton, and I'm not paying for boarding. So make sure that you know what you're getting into when you get your horse. But owning horses is super worth it if you're into it. I can help you find good deals, and I love my horses to death. They bring me so much joy, but I understand it's not for everybody. So I just want you to know that it's a great thing as long as you know that you love it. Hope you guys enjoyed this little video of Classy rolling after my ride. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!